percentage of the people go out someplace to a sports bar to get that ambiance and to almost. I wondered, and I don't even know here in Frisco if they're going to be showing the game live at the Ford Center on that huge Jumbotron screen, and people can just take their folding chairs out there and watch the game. I'll have to check on that.
Well, they're sure partying in Miami.
Oh, sure.
They might not even care about either team, but they're partying in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Well, and they're partying for a lot of reasons, because not only are they partying because they have the Super Bowl in Miami, but the halftime entertainment.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez and Shakira are going to be doing the halftime entertainment. They have spent a great deal of their careers in the Miami area.
Right.
So that town is really buzzing right now.
And they're ready. But I was wondering what happened to Shakira, because I hadn't heard anything about her lately. But I guess she just put out a new album.
Yeah.
So this is her debut with the album. But it should be a fabulous show.
Yeah, no, a lot, and everybody is saying it will be. And I think that kind of builds up the fact that how many people are actually going to get up from their chairs at halftime to go take a break, get some more food, whatever, and say heck with this.
So.
Check their cell phones, all that kind of stuff. I got real props for the commercials. There are going to be some incredible commercials.
Well, we've seen a few of them already.
Yeah, a lot of them they've been previewing, and in fact, they just had a show on a couple of nights ago with Boomer Esiason, where they were showing the favorite commercials over the years, and they were kind of taking bets on, do you like the really hilarious commercials, or do you like the ones that tug at your heartstrings?
Right. Correct.
And ultimately, the majority of the people that did vote said they kind of liked the tug the heartstring.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some great commercials, and there were some really lousy commercials that they showed. But even now with the previews, I was surprised that they were previewing, because now by the time you get to Super Bowl Sunday, you've seen them a few times already.
Well, yeah.
That surprised me. But like you said, they're spending all this money that they need to get it out there and get their word out there. And
you know
their
how much?
Message. A lot.
$3.5 million for a 30 second.
Oh, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, you get a break if you go for a
60?
1 minute commercial, because it's only $10 million instead of 11, which would be twice the 5.5.
But to some companies, that's probably a drop in the bucket.
What I question, and I've got a list of those that are advertising, and granted, you got Porsche, Hyundai, Budweiser every year, Google, these are multi-billion-dollar companies, Microsoft, Michelob, but then you got Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces candy, Pringles chips.
Pringles have done that, yeah.
Okay, Little Caesars pizza. Well, that's a multi.
Yeah.
But Heinz ketchup is they will have a commercial, at least one commercial, $5.5 million. Do you know how much ketchup you got to spend?
But there's a lot of Heinz products.
Now, granted, I think anybody that uses ketchup, either you use store brand or they
Heinz.
use Heinz. But for your 3.5 or your $5.5 million 30-second commercial, you're going to reach at least 100 million viewers.
Well, how many times now is that they show the commercial once? Is that it?
Sometimes it'll be twice, or now Budweiser will probably have 2 or 3 commercials.
Well, yes. Yeah, I've seen that.
I wondered what happened to Miller beer, because Miller beer for many years, even with Budweiser, they used to advertise on the Super Bowl too, and I didn't see them on the list.
Maybe.
But the one real surprising, $5.5 million for a 30-second commercial from avocados from Mexico.
Oh, one of the morning shows just did a thing on that, on how to cut an avocado, how to scoop it out, and now they're doing a commercial? Avocados from Mexico?
I mean, granted, if people
That's really interesting.
They want to get more people to eat avocados from Mexico, but $5.5 million for something that basically costs about 89 cents a piece at the grocery store. That's a lot of avocados to pay yourself back for the investment on your commercial.
It'll be interesting to see if it's an educational one, a funny one, a basic.
Yep.
I wonder what they're going to do with that. Okay.
And I also thought that there would be more car dealerships, car companies.
Yeah, you didn't say. You only said a couple.
Yeah, Porsche and Hyundai I saw on the list. Now there may be another one in there, but and WeatherTech. WeatherTech is a company that just started a few years ago, and they have just gone through the roof.
They sure have.
And they've got some really good commercials existing now. Whether they're having new commercials or what, well, you just have to watch. But there's going to be commercials throughout the Super Bowl, and also what is new this year, because it's this year, is that there's going to be some political commercials during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they were
too.
talking about that too.
At least two.
Yes.
That Trump is running a commercial and Bloomberg is running a commercial.
Well, they said that Trump signed on a year ago for this.
Yeah. But again, he's not spending his own money. He's spending the Republican National Committee. Yeah. Bloomberg is spending his own personal money for his commercial.
Spent millions. It amazes me that that's all going out, but he probably still has a lot more coming in.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the money is unbelievable to me.
His net worth is something like $60 billion.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I can't fathom that.
So,
I'd be interested to see what his portfolio is.
Yes. Yeah.
Does he have any of those companies in there?
He probably has all of those companies in his portfolio, and he did so.
Jeez. And the other thing that they're talking about?
Yes. What? Pray tell.
The coach. No, not the coach.
Not the coach.
I was going to say umpire.
The referee.
The referee.
Yeah.
And I can't say his name. It begins with a V, I believe.
Yeah, he's been kind of a controversial referee.
Yeah.
In fact, they've been replaying it a lot. That he was responsible for what a lot of people felt was a very, very bad call in the playoffs last year, and I think it was between the Rams and the Saints. And clearly, the Rams player headbutted the Saints receiver and knocked him out of bounds and forced him to miss the ball, and they did not call pass interference on it, and a lot of people were incensed. It cost the Saints the game, and they reprimanded him for it, but he's going to be the referee for this year's game again. And there's a lot of people that are saying that he should have been. Yeah. They should have pulled him, but I
wonder why. I wonder why they didn't.
Well, I don't think it's NFL that does it. There's a referees association, and they obviously must have felt like he is still the best man for the job for the Super Bowl. But I'll bet he's going to be.
He's going to be on the hot seat.
Yep, he's going to be severely criticized. But he is only one of the refs.
Is there two more?
Well, he's the one that does the final analysis on the play calling.
I would think so. Yeah.
But I think everybody will be looking at a lot of them.
Yeah, I'd be a little nervous if I were him.
Yeah.
So. Well, I have some Super Bowl facts.
Okay, go for it.
Go for it?
Yeah.
This will be the 11th time a Super Bowl has been played in South Florida. The Miami area ranks first among all host cities, with New Orleans coming in a close second. I didn't realize that.
And
Miami ranks first among all host cities.
As far as what, attendance or
the Super Bowl's being played.
They've played more Super Bowls in Miami?
In Miami. And New Orleans has come in a close second.
Well,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I would assume that being in January or early February, that time of the year, I know that they rotate.
Yes,
and
that's what it says.
And I think it was last year or the year before, they had it in one of the indoor stadiums. Like Dallas has got a retractable dome on their stadium. Indianapolis does. So, to have a Super Bowl in Green Bay.
Yeah.
In the middle of February, take a chance on a snowstorm.
Well,
they would play the game, but it probably would not impact the city of Green Bay as largely as it does.
True.
A city that's got a more mild climate.
I don't understand this one. San Francisco punched its ticket to the Super Bowl by routing the Green Bay Packers 37-20 in the NFC Championship. It was the second time the Niners embarrassed the Packers this season. With San Francisco dominating Green Bay 37-8.
Yeah.
In November.
See, that was one of the. I think that was the only playoff game in the playoffs that was that far apart in points. I mean, San Francisco really dominated that game, where most of the other games were again won by a touchdown or less. But that's part of the hype, I think, is to get people really. I mean, the Super Bowl is one of those all-American events.
Yeah.
That just rallies everybody, gets everybody excited.
Together, and everybody's together on it. But I'm wondering, how much money does Miami make with all the tourists?
Oh.
I can't, that's got to be huge.
Millions and maybe even approaching billions. It would be just because of the every hotel room probably in 3 counties will be taken. And what's interesting, back when the Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers played in Super Bowl I, did you see the statistic? The average ticket price, $12. $12 for a ticket to see the Super Bowl.
And what is
in
it,
Super Bowl
a few
I?
hundred?
Huh?
What is it, a few hundred?
Huh?
I'm thinking like $350, $400.
$2,000 to $2,500 average price for a seat to go to a Super Bowl today. Now, add to that the cost of your airfare.
Yeah.
You know the hotels are not going to be $69 a night.
No.
They're all going for maximum, and people will pay it. But it's just there are people that say, this is my one and only shot. Just like going to World Series.
Yeah.
You know, that same seat that you can get for $15 during the season is now, $800 for a seat in the bleachers.
And what about the scalpers?
Oh, well, that's a whole nother story too, because you will probably find there will be a report probably tomorrow night or something talking about people that are selling tickets for $8,000 to $10,000, and I'm not talking about a seat on the 50-yard line.
No, I know.
It's going to be one of those
bleacher seat,
40-50, but people just want to be there live.
To say they saw it.
I want to be in my recliner, right on the 50-yard line,
and you can see everything.
You see,
probably even better.
Not only you see it, you see the replay. I can get up and I can go get some more chips and salsa.
Absolutely.
And order pizza and have it delivered. Got the best of both worlds. And instead of $2,500 to be sitting in that stadium, I'll sit there and eat pizza and chips and everything all day long.
Yeah, it does amaze me, but I guess somebody else might think of it as one of their big vacations.
It's part of the hype. It's part of the hype. There's some people that it's on their bucket list, and I mean, especially if you're from San Francisco. Can you imagine the cost of airfare from San Francisco to Miami?
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, it's probably a little less from Kansas City, but to travel all across the country for the Super Bowl, and we both personally know the kind of traffic that there is on the roads in Miami.
Yeah, on a good day.
Yeah. I would encourage people to leave your hotel room on Sunday at midnight.
Well, they probably will.
When the clock strikes midnight, leave the hotel and head over to the stadium.
I can't imagine, because that place is, I'm glad I'm not there now.
We'll be there via the network television.
Do you know who the Chiefs coach is? Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, yes.
He'll just be the 24th head coach in NFL history to appear in more than one Super Bowl. The 24th.
Really?
He previously led the Philadelphia Eagles to Super Bowl 10, 20, 30, 39.
30 something. Okay.
30 something in 2004.
Yeah. Well, and Mike Shanahan has been with the 49ers.
Kyle Shanahan
the coach
will be making his Super Bowl debut.
Oh, so he has never
solidifying the first father-son duo.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So I'm talking probably the son.
Okay.
To make separate Super Bowl appearances.
Yeah, no, that all is also fun in sports, is to look at some of the matchups. There was a few years ago where there were brothers that were in the Super Bowl on two different teams, the Harbaugh brothers.
Oh, yeah, right.
That faced each other. So the Harbaugh family was thrilled because they won. It didn't matter which
way
they won.
Either way.
And Eli and Peyton Manning both also played together at the same time. Now Eli just announced his retirement,
right?
And that's when Jason Garrett, who is our head coach here in Dallas, went to be the
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he went to the New York Giants. He's going to be the offensive coordinator.
That was quick.
So he joined the team when their starting quarterback retires.
How do you think the new coach is going to do with the Cowboys?
I think he'll do well.
Had you heard of him?
He's been and I don't know why my mind is mush right now, and I don't.
That's okay.
Remember his name.
Big guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
he's been around a long time and very, very successful. And I think that any time that there's a little change of direction, it's either totally disastrous or it is beneficial. It's how the players react to the new coaching changes, because there's a certain chemistry on the field, and when the plays that they have been used to running, the play sequences, when all of a sudden a new coach comes in and says, okay, I want more of a running game than a passing game, it might throw that chemistry off a little bit. But
we'll see.
Yep.
There's somebody called Mahomes.
Yep.
You know?
Patrick Mahomes. He's the quarterback of the Chiefs.
He threw 50 touchdown passes at the 2018 league, and
he's
was
rewriting
the MVP 2018.
Yeah. He's rewriting the record books.
He's the favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Well, that's why I say that's the other reason why a lot of people are saying that it's 50-50, who's going to win. It's not like 90% of all the sports writers and everybody are saying, oh no, it's going to be San Francisco. This is really close. And when you look at the matchups between Garoppolo and Mahomes, Mahomes
just came off of an injury.
Yeah,
he's been out for a few games.
But there's nothing going to stop him. Nothing. I mean, if he broke his leg in this game, he would continue to play. But he's just a young scrapper. I just like to watch him. Mm-hmm. He's not afraid to take a hit, but he has the ability to get himself out of tight situations. He could have a couple of defenders coming right in his face and manage to get away in order to throw a pass. And there are quite a few quarterbacks that are in National Football League right now that I think have that ability. And all your young quarterbacks that are coming up out of college that are going to be going into the NFL, I think you're going to find a lot more of them not only have the ability to throw the ball, but they have the ability to run with the ball. And when they are not afraid to run, that gives them even a bigger advantage on the rhythm of the game.
I didn't realize that he's known for they say ridiculous throws at some tough angles.
Yeah, and powerful throws. I mean, bullets. And so his receivers have to have an awful lot of faith in his ability. He says, I'm going to put that ball right there on the 10-yard line. You be there. And if they're there, so is the ball.
Wow.
Interesting. Amazing. I don't know. Do we want to take a break? Our producer says, I don't know. You can do whatever you want. It's your show.
Isn't that nice?
That is nice.
That's very nice
That
of
is
her.
sweet. So, I'm just thinking I want to wet my whistle or something. So maybe we should take
a
little break, and then we'll come back and we'll actually close out the show then.
We won't have that much time.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more of Something to Talk About.
3, 2, 1. KVGIRadio.com.
Y'all have really just opened my bubble and just...
KVGI Radio brings you conversation and entertainment. Be sure to follow us on social media. Who streams the best talk shows? We do.
You're listening to KVGIRadio.com. Streaming live from the KVGI studios in Frisco, Texas. Live without limits.
There is no intro?
Welcome to Something to Talk About, a lively hour of open discussion covering, well, anything and everything. Hosted by Stuart Sachs, husband, father, and military veteran, and Vaughn Loick, wife, mother, and best-selling author. Now, Something to Talk About. Stuart and Vaughn.
Well, it is Stuart and Lauren again with you, and for those that are maybe just have just joined in to the show, first of all, shame on you. You're late.
Hey, better late than never.
But that's right. But also, kudos to Head Monkey Butt Mark Warner for devising
great.
our new logo
Yay.
up there. I love it. Nice and bright and cheery. Also want to send a big shout out to our friends down at Be the Difference Foundation, which is a foundation based here in Dallas, Texas, that helps women that are diagnosed with ovarian cancer. It is a program, a foundation that's very near and dear to our hearts, and they have an event coming up on the 23rd of February at Gilley's Southside Music Hall here in Dallas.
Fun. That's going to be fun.
And the riders will be riding stationary bikes, either solo or in teams. You can go online to wheel2survive.org. You can get all the information. I encourage you that if you want to have fun for a very, very good cause, put together a team to go down there and take turns riding the bike. They have leaders that are there that get you all pumped up. Lauren and I will be there the entire day passing out snacks and water.
It's going to be a fabulous
to
event.
The participants. And we did it last year, and we're going to be down there. And if you can't go, but you say that's a really great idea and a great foundation, go online to wheeltosurvive.org and hit the little donate button and donate $5 or $10 and all. What it does, it helps women who have been diagnosed with ovarian cancer get to their trials, get to their treatments. It helps them financially. And they work very closely with the Mary Crowley Foundation. Just a lot of good things.
It's a terrible disease. I've just lost another friend last week. So I'm at 3 friends that died of ovarian cancer and a sister.
And it's not
horrible.
One of those diseases that can be caught easily.
That's the problem.
In the first or second stage.
Right.
It's usually the late third or fourth stage. Right. And I think the statistic shows that 44,000 women this year will be diagnosed with that disease, and out of those 44,000, probably 25,000 will not survive. It's got
we need
high.
to get some more research and treatment, and it just
and as I say, a small donation would be greatly appreciated.
Anything.
And this is one of those organizations where I guarantee that 99% of what you donate
will go towards research.
Absolutely, goes to the programs that they have.
It's not a big organization. There's not a lot of secretaries answering the phones and doing filing and all that. It's very small.
It is John Mize,
good old John. Thank you, John.
Our superhero, who is the director of this event and big force behind this organization.
And they do this in other cities too.
Yes.
John will be traveling a little bit.
I think they do it in San Francisco, Denver, South Florida. I think has one.
I don't know they're going to do Florida this year.
But at any rate, it was 4 ovarian cancer patients that founded this organization about a decade ago. One of them lost her battle with ovarian cancer. The other 3 are carrying on in her memory and in her honor.
And they're doing a fabulous
job. It's a
job.
wonderful, and we are so proud to be involved with the organization.
We certainly are.
So that's why I just want to promote it, because there's another reason. KVGI Radio is one of the sponsors of Wheel to Survive, and I applaud Mark Warner and this station for being so forward to say we want to help women with ovarian cancer.
We appreciate it, and I know they do. They were on TV this morning on one of the news channels.
Yeah, Channel 8.
And Fox, no.
One of them. Okay.
But anyway, we need to get the word out.
Yep.
We appreciate everybody's help.
If you can help, please do so.
Yes.
And you can always contact Lauren or I and for any additional information.
Absolutely.
Or go to their website and you can get all the information that you need.
Absolutely. What's next?
So I get, the other unfortunately sad news that we got this week was the untimely and tragic death of Kobe Bryant and his daughter, as well as a very dear friend of theirs, the coach. Mm-hmm. I think it was the coach, his wife, and daughter. As well as the pilot on the
there was 7 or 8 of them.
Now the Sikorsky helicopter that went down in California. It took not only did it take the nation by surprise, it took the world by surprise, because Kobe was an international figure. 2-time Olympic basketball winner, and he was not a controversial. He wasn't a controversial player in the NBA. He was just one of those people that you just loved to watch him. I remember watching him going back many, many years when we lived in Chicago and supported the Chicago Bulls. And Michael Jordan and Kobe were at each other's throats all the time in a friendly, competitive manner, because they both knew that they were the best that they could be. The outpouring from so many within the NBA as well as around the world has just been incredible.
his friends can't even talk about it on air. I mean, they I think they are so just caught up and so upset over it, and I understand.
And he died the morning of the Grammy Awards, which was held at the Staples Center, which they call the house that Kobe built. And also, it was a real bittersweet event because there was this massive outpouring of love and all outside the stadium with flowers and teddy bears and all kinds of things that
they said about 50,000 people.
Incredible, and that was in addition to the people that were there for the event.
I feel badly for everybody. I feel badly for Kobe Bryant's family.
Yeah, it's just it makes you aware of how fragile life is.
It is.
That at any moment in time something could happen to you or to your friends or family.
But they're faulting the helicopter, the manufacturer of the helicopter. I don't know. They say it could be a year before they have everything in.
Yeah,
you know exactly.
Yeah, whether it was human error, whether it was mechanical. They did say that the conditions that they were flying in were less than
tough.
ideal.
Yeah.
Although they had flown that route back and forth because that's how Kobe used to go from his home and they were on their way to a sporting event with these people that were also in the helicopter.
But the pilot had flown this plane for many years. This helicopter for many, many years. He was a veteran.
Yeah.
And they said he had a lot of hours behind him.
Yeah.
So that's why they're looking at the helicopter.
Yeah. It's another tragedy.
Why do bad things happen to good people?
Good people, exactly. And that we started from that we kind of got on to, I remembered our producer Megan Diane, who we had a conversation on one of our radio shows about the 27 Club, which is a club that was to recognize those musicians who lost their lives mostly due to drugs in their 27th year.
I did not know this existed.
Yeah, and actually, it was really kind of started when Jim Morrison, who died. They say I don't know what the official word, but they said that he died of shock in a shower. That the shower turned from hot to cold, and he went into shock. But I have to believe that knowing a little bit of his history, that there was probably something that was drug related.
Yeah.
But he and other names, like all of them were 27 years old. Brian Jones, who was one of the original members of the Rolling Stones,
right.
Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, Robert Johnson. A whole.
I didn't realize all those people were only 27.
27. Amy Winehouse.
Right.
Probably the most recent member of that now infamous club. But it's,
it's a horrible club.
Yeah, it is. But hey,
we got to go on and we got to make each day a great day.
That's right.
And
be thankful.
Be thankful
for what you have.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you just never know, but you just keep going and with a smile on your face because you just.
And you know what? From these unfortunate situations, learn something. Be more aware of your surroundings. Be more aware when you're traveling of maybe adverse conditions. We were always taught when you went to driver's training to be a defensive driver. Don't think about what you're doing in your car.
Right.
Keep an eye out for the people that are around you.
You're right.
And it's something that you have to be aware
right.
of. Well, that's going to do it for another show, something to talk about, and all it is, again, to remind you, in case you've been living under a rock, it's Super Bowl weekend, and just like what we were saying, if you're traveling someplace for the Super Bowl and all, be careful out there.
Safe travels to everybody.
Yes, have a good time, and whether you're voting for the Chiefs or the 49ers, just have a good time with your friends, family, or even yourself sitting on the couch watching the game.
Just watch how you party.
That's right.
And no drinking and driving.
Absolutely.
Please.
Yeah. Call Lyft or Uber if you have to.
But have a good one.
That's right. And thanks for spending time with us. And Lauren, thanks again for being on the show.
I loved it. Thank you.
Okay. Catch you again next week for more of Something to Talk About.